So hello and welcome.
So I said scrotum. I barely know him. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nico. Welcome. You have to welcome people back. My terrible, terrible, profane humor didn't make people feel welcome. You have to welcome them, Nico.
No, it's too late. Now we just need to run at the speed of light way back to the field. I wish there was some kind of a quick travel there, because in the second
or alternatively, that you got extra levels of speed in the same way you get extra levels of health as you go through the game. So at this point, you're traveling a full screen in a half second.
You kind of do, actually.
Well, in a quarter second.
I mean, like, you kind of do get extra levels of speed because the items you get later on let you run faster.
Oh.
However,
why aren't you punching this mushroom?
I was getting there, and now it glitched.
No, you just had to move slightly. There you go.
That's
an intended feature. It's not a glitch. It's a feature.
And now we can use the jump shoes. I'm sorry, jump shoes, because bounce boots are a completely different thing that does the exact same thing.
Oh yeah. You don't. That's a rookie mistake, Nico.
The respawning thing is actually pretty interesting. They seem to respawn you back to the place from which you started running, as opposed to the place where you dropped.
Run thing. You could if you could go grab a collectible, jump down a hole, and then you'd respawn wherever you started, so that you wouldn't have to backtrack.
I mean, I bet there is actually a way to use it that way, but here, for now, we can do anything.
Did that sunflower just nuke you?
No, it was the monkey. Don't worry about it. The monkey that was flying above us.
What does the sunflower do?
It has saw blades for its flower.
I guess that kind of adds up visually.
Yes. Before we go any further, I am going to check out a few things that we can now do with the jump shoes, because why the hell not? You never know what's actually gonna be there, because the item guide doesn't actually. I mean, it sort of states where things are, but more in the sense of.
When you're using the jump shoes, you can only go up to 4.
Yes, this is why there are also bounce boots, which let you go up to 5 and thus jump further.
That is also such a bad version of upgrade.
They specifically make certain ones go...
No, but they should have done it like 3 to 5 at least, so it felt significantly more.
Honestly, by the time we get bounce boots, they're completely obsolete for very hilarious reasons.
Do you have a teleport wand at that point or something?
No, you'll see. But for
why are we
now,
back in the tree?
Because I wanted to combine two things, because I wasted money on that second pajama.
Yes.
I want to re-get at least some of it, so that I can just get things for the final boss. And we're also going to prepare this side quest.
What?
You just need to feed the ivy sapling.
What? Yeah, you're just supposed to have seen that. Seen that random sapling and known that you were supposed to give it some blessed water.
Exactly. This is about This is about as much money as I care to get right now. And now we also we need to get to the top of the tree, which is going to be fairly quick, actually.
And we hear the monkey music again.
Exactly. We only get to hear it right here.
Such a terrible use of assets.
They just wanted to make it special. and considering you're also getting followed by a Goose Princess, they kind of nailed it.
I'm just saying, Nico, if it was me, every single game would be Link to the Past or Golden Sun, and there would be no other games.
But
maybe MechWarrior.
Since we already cleared this area, although I don't 100% remember which vine was which, because there's so many of them and a lot of them just lead fucking nowhere.
Are you saying that all vines look alike to you?
Yes. Except for the sapling one, that one's different, and that's why you remember it.
Typical Polsky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have any racial variety in my country.
And that's why it's in such good shape.
Well, that's why
Did
why
you actually stomp on that? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell if you had or had not, if you missed it.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any sort of feedback. It just
also
just
weird that there's a pterodactyl in this tree.
Don't worry about it. It's just a pterodactyl. No, we've seen them in the cave. I do like that as a monkey you can still talk with this guy.
I like if he was actually. Wait, you just went up to this old guy and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can fill your bottle of sap, young one."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing.
I don't actually know what the sap does aside from, probably healing. But yeah, we just need to feed it the sapling 3 times. So no matter what you do, you have to go back to him. To him, it's the better choice because it's a much quicker. There is another thing you can possibly do, but it's also a lot more expensive. It's not for free, unlike this, and also way further away. So yeah, it's not worth it.
This is a pretty hefty price to pay for filling your health, though.
Yeah, which is why I have pajamas.
No, I meant the pajamas are a pretty hefty price to pay because you have to wait almost 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that is true. It does take a while, which is why you never do it on the same screen as the enemies. And here I was trying to see if this was gonna grow, because this initiates an extra level. You don't need to complete it in order to finish the game. And that is actually where you get the bounce boots. And the labyrinth requires certain items, which I already have. I already have all of them, and I made sure of that. However, they don't let you. They don't actually let you in it until a certain point in the story, which is a bit of a shame because they never do anything similar ever again. And if you happen to do the whole process of growing the sapling way later in the game, it will just grow immediately the moment you leave and re-enter.
I dislike this for a few reasons. One, it's not a obvious, evident place that you would go back to, and like you said, there's no fast travel, so you have to go a long way to get there. And two, it's not a real reward in a sense that you're gonna be like, oh, cool,
It really, honestly, the bounce boots aren't as bad of a reward if it weren't for the other item that I'm gonna get, which is actually way more hidden. But here now we are in the Fire Labyrinth. The Fire Labyrinth is actually pretty cool. I really like it.
I mean, it looks even more like a Link to the Past.
Just gonna run into him, kill him.
It looks
in the
like
process.
the Thieves area, kind of, in terms of the multi-leveledness. And it looks like the desert one, in terms of the
color
visual
scheme
design.
wise, but a bit less dry. But yeah, thankfully we can jump all of these things.
It's actually most like, well, to be honest. Wait, what? You just landed on the wall and then like walked up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It worked out.
Nico, are you hacking? Are you cheating at the speedrun of yours?
No, I can't. This is on the Saturn.
Uh-huh. Why do I see the window border up in the top right corner there?
Why do you see my mouse cursor that just went off of the screen? You weren't looking.
Actually it wasn't, so you got lucky with that one, you punk.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as you can see, the platforming actually works really well.
You can't jump diagonally?
You can. You can actually like control your entire movement when in the air.
Because you jumped and landed on that middle thing and then jumped over to the other one instead of just jumping diagonally.
You can, like I said, you can jump in any direction. You can even jump, twirl around in the air, and then land. It's just that most of the jumps are pretty calculated, so to say. So, you need mostly full momentum. They do leave certain degree of error, so you don't.
So you can land on a wall and then parkour your way up on top of it.
Exactly.
Not that that's happened to you, just as an example.
Not that it happened already once. Yes. There is a certain degree of leeway, and you sometimes there is one moment in the game where they actually require you to jump at pixel perfect precision, like right off of the edge of the platform. And see, thankfully, because of that fish being very, very slow, I just managed to get past it without getting hit. And this is another thing that jump shoes are good for: skipping past hazards.
Those teeth remind me of the Langoliers.
Langoliers?
I'll look up a picture and send it to you. Keep going.
But yeah, instead of walking across these moving platforms, which make your movements sporadic and unpredictable, you can just jump past it a few times, and thankfully, since they don't damage you in any way, you just keep your momentum entirely throughout the whole way and jump several times the furthest you can. Fucking bees.
What? Are you saying you don't like bees?
Okay, hornets. Nobody likes hornets. Those are hornets.
These aren't hornets, these are beetles. Or are they?
They
look like beetles because they seem to sheath their wings,
Maybe.
But I saw the little stingers,
See,
and I don't know what to believe.
And even if you do happen to fall down, these guys cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of
he
the
landed on a wall and then ran up it like some sort of cheater.
No, he just stayed in the air like some sort of cheater. And these platforms are sort of like why are they here? Because they don't actually lead anywhere. I was really confused. But
maybe you're just not pro enough. You gotta tap. Did you try tapping the? Wait, what are the C button slowly?
There is. Oh.
You didn't, did you?
No, but there is one thing that probably leads somewhere. There we go. And this one was actually pretty. This one was actually pretty well telegraphed.
Yeah, you can tell because it overlaps with the.
Because it's on the floor. But yeah. Tak. Tak, dobra. Fucking hell.
If you guys didn't know, tak means I hate you. You don't understand me, and dobra means My Chemical Romance are my only friends.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. But yeah, that was platform. That was a pretty nice platforming section. Actually, requires you to make use of all of the momentum that you have. The way that you keep the momentum.
I like that
regardless
when
of
you're
what
wearing
happens.
the jammies, you can still reach acceleration 3.
Yeah, it is the lowest acceleration you get on anything, really.
It's like, you can still run in the pajamas. It's just not going to be very fast.
Yeah, because you also don't have any of your shoes, any of your 4 pairs of shoes.
Listen, Nico. One of them is green. One of them is brown.
One of them is silver.
And then the other one is whatever color the bounce shoes are. And that's all of those things go with your different outfits in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Although you really probably shouldn't wear green shoes because you have red hair.
Yeah, that is true. It really doesn't match. And now we're going to deal with the worst boss.
Oh, Shark Boy. And underneath him is Lava Girl.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is probably the worst designed boss in the entire game, but it also is the one boss that only requires you to get hit twice. It's like they realize this boss is horrible. Now, the trick to it, he's going to throw fireballs. We need to hit them with ice, and now throw it back at him. And miss.
Right.
Because it needs to be...
As Kirby would say, Kirby, right back at ya.
And you have to pretty much be prepared for when he shoots. Don't run into lava. Prepare for when he shoots them, be it super speed already.
And then understand the arc that a projectile will take in faux 3D space.
Don't take too long, as you see, because they just fall out and lose their power. And also be lucky so he's actually within your vicinity when you're throwing it. This is the worst boss. This is the absolute worst boss in this game. And
maybe you're just bad at video games.
And even though it takes he literally takes 2 hits, it can still take forever to actually beat him. It's quite infuriating, and there really is no better place in order to do this.
I would say, I would look around for a better position,
No, there really isn't any. This place at least gives you finally hit him, because it's not as simple as just it's not as simple as the ball hitting going across his sprite. It also has to match with the arc that it's. It's
you threw the first one you threw went over his head. I saw.
Exactly. Why does it need to be a factor? He is really big. It would probably hit him anyway.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be down in that pit of lava, which is below you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Hey, you got him.
Finally. But yeah, I can't give you any tips on that, but we get the Blaze Orb. The Blaze Orb is
420.
Good. So we're back again after being interrupted for the MDF time. Now that we have the Flame Orb, we actually have some new abilities.
So you've already got the Thunder, and now you got the Fire!
And it is actually very, very important that you make use of them, as you are still in this dungeon, because there is a very, very plot important thing that you need in order to progress further in the game, and it's right here. You would this is actually I don't know exactly how to feel about this, because you would have likely heard seen this thing, so going through the dungeon, it's almost impossible to not notice it. But you know, the way some people think, oh, I'm just gonna go back for it later. But the later you go, like, there is no later for going back here thematically. Like, you should just do it now. Because
Otherwise,
the
game isn't going to lead you here.
No, it really isn't. And that bee got disintegrated. Wonder Mirror.
Yeah, I was wondering when the lava circle kill one of those beetle bees.
The Wonder Mirror is like a heal, like it's equipped in the spot for the healing item. Weirdly enough, unlike all of the other items, I guess it's because they didn't have enough space on the for the regular items to keep it, which, you know, makes sense for me. Because I believe you do actually get like a full row of items. It's not what I wanted to do.
No,
why
now
did I use this? I was going to sleep.
Because you felt tired.
Maybe.
I like that the change is so subtle when he's facing forward.
Yes, but it's still there. They still animated that.
Also, when you look at the sprite, it looks like a women's pajama.